I Shay family, I'm on Rose, always trying to bring you that truth. First thing first, man, sending you guys positive energy, positive vibes. Hope you guys had a great weekend, man. Let's get this satanic Sabbath day started. Let me bang on these my black Christians. Let me try to open your eyes. I'm not gonna call it banging on you guys anymore, man. We're to a point right now where we should be able to have communication and you know an open dialogue. So I'm changing the way I look at things, man. I'm changing the way I even go at things right now. So like I told you, man, this journey is about evolving. So you have to evolve. As stupid as I think some of the things is, that's not the right way to talk to people. Sometimes you'll get you're going to turn people away more than you're going to attract people. So my mission is to attract people to the truth. Um, so one of the videos that I shared a while back had Eddie Murphy in it talking about Sammy Davis Jr. and how he was into Satanism. And I was just kind of curious and wanted to dig more into it. How did he get involved in Satanism? Because I thought he was a Jew and all this other stuff. So I came across this guy, Mr. Anton LaVey. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. LaVey, right? He is the creator of the Satanic Church. All right. And now my pad want to act stupid. And that's him right there with Mr. Sammy Davis Jr. So we're talking about the bald headed one right there. That's one of the preachers, but we're talking about this guy right here. So I was going to, post a whole bunch of stuff up here talking about, it's the same, satanic, you know, evil and good and all this other stuff. It's all the same. So it's basically, you should call this guy a Christian, right? So let me tell you why I always tell guys when you get involved in this, you have to research your research. And I made a mistake yesterday by posting a picture that I thought was Lizzo, that somebody said this was Lizzo. And I'm not gonna take the picture down. I said, hey man, got the wrong information. That's 100% my fault because I should have checked that out and see if that was Lizzo, but I don't really get into the celebrity thing like that. Y'all know how I feel about them fools. And y'all definitely know how I feel about Lizzo. So, as a person that makes mistakes, my apologies. I made a mistake. That's why you have to do your research, especially when you're going to do something to prove a point. That wasn't to prove a point. That post was basically like, man, Lizzo needs some help. Blah 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 blah. That's it. I ain't even want to use. I don't even like using her name anymore because y'all see it, I see it, everybody see it. The girl needs help, and nobody's really trying to help her. So, um, but what I was going to do with Mr. LaVey is basically say, y'all should not call him the Church of Satan. Y'all should call him Christian. He's not. If he is, from some of the information that I've read about the Satanic Church, if because the one that's in overseas, they use the Bible. They use the Bible, family. So I was going to do the same thing with him. Like, I know he's using the Bible. I know he's doing this because he called himself the Satanic Church. If he's worshiping the devil, which is part of Christianity, why would he call himself the Satan? Why would he be even involved in it if it's not the same thing? You know what I'm saying? So guess what? It's not the same thing. His what he was doing. Listen, what he was doing was trying to go against Christianity. Okay, not in the way of I'm going to. I understand. I listen. I understand a lot of things merge together. Y'all gotta, y'all gotta, y'all gotta really start learning how to dissect shit. Okay, because you're indoctrinated in this shit, right? So if you're going to be the antagonist of something, you're going to go with what their rules are. You're going to go with what the Christian church say the rules are. The rules are, if you go against this, you're Satan, you're the devil, you're evil. But his whole mission, when he started separating from the church, was to create something that went against the hypocrites of the church. Like his quote, he says, church goers employ a moral double standard that he wanted to go against. He wanted to defy the Christian religion as he knew it. He explains why churchgoers employ moral double standards. This is the issue that I've had a long time, and y'all seen me even call myself Lucifer, even say that I'm the bringer of light, the truth bringer. But we can't do that because it's all their indoctrination, because you're going to be looked at as evil. Now, do y'all understand what this man just said? He said that you guys, I'm seeing some evil shit. I'm seeing you guys talk one thing and do another. I'm seeing the preacher in the pulpit, then I'm seeing him coming out of a bedroom on the weekend, on Saturday nights, Friday and Saturday nights. I'm seeing him coming out of the bedrooms. I'm seeing you're supposed to be loving to your neighbor, but I'm seeing evil towards your neighbor. He said that churchgoers employ a moral double standard. So his whole thing was to be more righteous. His thing, he was trying to say, hey man, I gotta get out of here because y'all don't have a code to anything. Everybody is free to do what they want to do and have no repercussions. You can talk about the homosexuals, but then you're gonna have a homosexual relationship. You could dog everybody for extramarital affairs, but then you got 15 kids on the side. You go to church, it's just one big orgy fuck fest. Who fucking this person and who sucking this person? I've been there. So I'm reading this man's bio and I'm like, shit. I understand where he's coming from. I've posted on here. I challenge your morality. I challenge your God's morality. So, like I said, I was going to get on here and bash this man, but this is why I say to people, and I even have to take that advice myself. But like I said, that's not an issue, because I was going to get on here and say, nah, man, y'all should basically call this dude, don't call him Satan, or don't call him a satanic church. Call this dude, Christian. But he was like, no, I don't want to be like you hypocrites. I don't want to be like you guys. You guys have no moral fiber. Now, if you read articles about this man, I can't find. Well, listen, hold on. I want to be clear. If you read articles about this man from people that knew him, that dealt with him, you can't find a bad article. Now, when you read articles about people just saying, "Oh, you created a satanic church, you're the devil, you're evil, you're this, you're that, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're this." But once again, what's in his work? Was he out there killing people? Was he out there, doing the old crazy shit, having sex orgies, like like what's his name? Like Aretha Franklin daddy was doing? Was he out there having same sex orgies, mixed sex orgies, or all male sex orgies? What was he doing? What was he doing? And then, if he was, who can say anything bad about it? But the information that I got from his mouth was like, whoa, I get where you're coming from, but here's the thing. This is why I tell people you have to separate completely from certain things. Like I said it about my conscious brothers and sisters, that they follow the Bible more than you guys follow the Bible. Black Christians. This. Hopefully, you guys are tuning in and watching the 14 views that I get. Hopefully, you guys are Black Christians, because I've said it. I've said this to my conscious brothers and sisters. We put up a Christmas, what they call a Christmas tree. I told you guys it's not. Don't call it a Christmas tree. Call it the tree of life, because in the book it says don't do that. When you go and find its origins, once you get past the satanic stuff, where did they steal it from? Where did they steal it from? Who had a tree of life that gave presence and information and knowledge from? Where did that come from? That's why the Bible doesn't want you to do it, because it's an African tradition. But you'll have conscious black power business. Don't celebrate, don't do the traditional stuff because they say it's in the Bible. So you're following the Bible. So like I said, once again, family, you kind of got to separate. Once you start doing things, you kind of got to separate. So I don't know why he called himself Satanic Church, because if you're going against this religion and this thing, and once again, I'm at fault for doing it, because I still use those terms to connect with people, but it's not going to be a connection. On my part, I'm thinking that it's the truth, it's this, it's that. It's, hey man, I'm if you read the name, I'm gonna shed light on this information. I'm the one that's going to bring you guys to the light and show you the truth. I'm the one that's going to do that. So if you want to call me Lucifer, that's fine. No, 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 no. You call me Aman. You call me Aman. We're not going to keep tying ourselves to something that is mentally holding our people back, because you'll never escape that bubble. You'll still be fused in that bubble. So you can't leave Christianity and then say, oh, I feel the devil. You can't leave Christianity and leave and be an antagonist to Christianity and say, oh, there's the God. Because like I said, and what this post was going to be about was how the devil and the God of your book is one. So no, he shouldn't be called. They shouldn't be called the fucking Satanism. They shouldn't be charged with that. They should be charged with Christianity, because you can take this book and split it in half, and now you have the good side and you have the bad side. So if you're following the bad side of the book, you're a Christian, because the bad side of the book does what this side of the book tells them to do. Y'all got to talk to me, because my understanding when I read this book, the devil doesn't do anything unless God commands him to do it, right? The devil doesn't do anything unless God tells him to do it, right? And the devil, according to your book, is the God of this planet, right? He is the God of this realm, right? So you guys have been tricked into believing that this is a good God, a good entity, and it isn't. You guys have been tricked to believe that there's two parties when there's not. There's one party. There's one government with two halves. You're a Republican, you're a Democrat, you're a Christian, you're a satanic person, but it's the same thing. Your Bible proves it to you. Once again, I'll show you straight out of your Bible that these entities are the same people. Jesus said, how can Satan go against Satan? Why would Jesus call himself Satan? Hey man, there will be a house divided. How can Satan go against Satan? I'm not going against my brother. I'm not going against myself, because we're one. That's the facade. If y'all don't see that, y'all don't see that with politics. That's the facade. Come on, family. Come on, Black Christians. Y'all got to wake up to this bullshit at some point in some time. I mean, we can't just be running around here following any and everybody that want to say what they doing. What was the dude that did the mass? He left and went over country. He had all these followers, but he was a Christian dude. Oh man, it right at the tip of my tongue. And by the time they was getting ready to infiltrate him, he had everybody drink the cyanide poison, killed all these people. What was his name? What was his name? Wasn't he working through Jesus? Wasn't he working through God? Huh? Didn't Jesus say that if you drink anything poisonous, nothing would happen to you? And y'all sit there. Jim Jones. Jim Jones. Jim Jones. Jim Jones is a Christian believer that started his own thing, but he used the Bible. But doesn't the Bible say that if you drink anything harmful, nothing would happen to you? And y'all got all these people dead, all the proof that the Bible ain't shit, and y'all still following this shit? Jim Jones situation should make y'all all run from the Bible. Like, hey man, you're lying. Somebody should have been there should have been one survivor. You mean to tell me none of them people believed in they was doing God's work? But the Bible that he was carrying, the Bible that he had in his pocket, the Bible that all these other people was living by and wanted to get away. And once again, they wanted to get away from the bullshit that the normal Christian is going around doing. Because they see y'all some hypocrites. But Jim Jones situation, the Jim Jones situation should make every person, not just black, white, yellow, green. The Jim Jones situation should make everybody get up and walk out of church. You should. I'm just sorry. You should go to church. You should remember this and be like, "Hey, man, the Bible does say Jesus did. Jesus did say if you was to drink anything harmful, nothing would, poisonous, nothing would happen to you." And Jim Jones gave all these people some spiked up Kool-Aid, and they all died. There's been preachers that open up a church and handling serpents and handling deadly snakes, and motherfuckers died. The pastor died, got bit, died. So I don't understand it. Help me, help me, help me, help me explain why you see that the book is a copy, see all the evil bullshit in the book, see all these fake creatures in the book, see the rape, the incest, the slavery, the womanizing, the homosexuality in the book, and you still fight to be a so-called Christian. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I understand, like I said, the video is totally different now because like I said, I wanted to find out who this dude was that had Sammy Davis Jr. believing that in Satanism. And then I was like, once I started reading his information, I was like, well, shit, there go my idea for the video. The idea for the video is out the window now because this dude wanted to go against the hypocritical people in the church from what he saw, his views. I can tell you all the hypocritical bullshit that I saw. All the dope dealer pastors, all the fornicating pastors. Shit, the stories that I keep telling y'all that I seen a pastor walking out of a bedroom when I was walking out of a bedroom. Yeah, one of the biggest churches in Vegas. That motherfucker was the dirtiest motherfucker I ever met in my life. But was he a good dude? Will you say he's a good dude? we, and at his funeral, I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. But I ain't say nothing. I just went to pay my respects and dipped on out. But You guys got to realize, man, these people are hypocrites. This book is evil. This book is hand in hand with Satanism, because Satan is a part of of your religion. How can you separate the two? How can you say, "Oh, I'm Christian, and if you believe in the devil, you're evil and you're Satan. You're Satanism." No, y'all come from the same story. Y'all come from the same story. All y'all Christians. If you believe in the devil, if you believe the devil is God, if you believe Jesus is God, if you believe God is God of the Bible, you're all Christians. There's no separatism. Don't separate it. Because God said that he once was Belial. Belial, is the evil God of the book. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. I challenge your moral fiber. A man is being teased for his bald spot. A man is being teased for his bald spot. Your God sends two female bears and kills 42 children for teasing a man over his bald spot. I challenge your moral fiber. There are stories in there where he's talking about rubbing shit in people's faces, smashing babies up against the rocks, eating your children. I challenge your moral fiber. I I challenge your moral compass all the time, family. This is what this is about now. The moral compass of the Bible, and all of you guys are the same. If you're a Satanist, if you believe in Jesus, if you believe in Muhammad, if you believe in all of that stuff, if you want to call yourself Christian, religion, whatever the main religion you want to call yourself, you're all the same. It's all Christianity. It's all bullshit. Is what it is. If you believe in if you believe in rape, it's all bullshit, which is all part of this Bible. But anyway, man, we went in long enough. But I just wanted, I really wanted to go ham against this. But it's kind of like I said, once you do your research, man, and find out things, it kind of puts you in a different light. I'm in a different light, and I didn't want to, you know, I never want to give you guys bad information. I never want to give you guys bad information, man. But like I said, once I read his bio, and some things that he wrote and some things that he put out, because he wrote a whole bunch of books. I've actually read some of his books. I want to say, let me see real quick. Oh man, I can't find it. Well, one of his books, I think it's called Satan Speaks, or Letters of Satan, or some shit like that. I read one of his books. I read of some of the book and one of the researches that I was doing, because they were using that as a reference. And I was like, oh, okay. So he does, get down with some satanic rituals and shit. But what he was doing was the initial startup, like he said, churchgoers employ moral double standards. So it's actually the churchgoers that he was watching. And the biggest reason that I got out of the church wasn't because I found a new religion. I was looking, but it wasn't because I found a new religion. It was because I was seeing all the bullshit that people were doing. I was seeing all the bullshit that people was doing. I was seeing best friends wanting to sleep with the same dude, or shit, half the choir wanting to sleep with the same dude, or sleeping with the same dude, fighting over bullshit. And this man sleeping with this man's wife, and this wife sleeping with that wife's husband, and all that. It's just it, going to church, to me, for me, was a shit show. Going to church for me was a shit show. So that's just, like he said, this was based off of his experience and defy Christianity as he knew it. this is the experience that once I started reading his bios and stuff, I was like, oh shit. All right, so we had a similar experiences. I get what he was doing. I understand what he was doing. But why would you attach Satan, which is part of this bubble, to what you were doing if you was trying to get away from it? But logically thinking, and he said he wanted his people to be free thinkers. So logically speaking, why would you attach that? And I've done it. I made the mistake and done it. I apologize for that, but I won't do it again. I mean, you have to keep evolving, and I'm pretty sure. Here's the thing: the man passed in the 70s, I think. No, he passed in the 90s. Um, I think if he was alive today, he would probably say, "No, we're not a satanic church." Even though we're going against what they say, because I'm not so much going against what they say. I just don't believe in what you believe in. So why would I use that information or those names to label this new thing? Especially if I'm creating something fresh off the box. I'm going to create Amon Rose's religion, and then I'm going to call it anything titled from the book of the Bible. Why would I do that? That's crazy to me, because all the bullshit in the book doesn't add up. Why would I want to be attached to that? Why would I want to associate with that when I'm pulling away from that to separate to do my own thing? But that's what I told y'all in one of the last videos. It's too much separatism coming out of the Bible. You got women preaching, you got gays preaching, you got uh uh what else? You got different denominations where they believe to worship the mother versus the son versus God. So that's three more divisions. You got what? What other divisions you got? You got people that say they believe in Muhammad versus Jesus. You had a religion that believed in Moses was the first savior. So you had a Moses religion for a little while. So what other you got so many divisions and things coming out of the same book because people will read what they want to read and see what they want to see, and then try to take that little bit and do something different, but keep that book. You can't do that. If I'm gonna separate from you, I'm gonna separate from you. I don't understand how we don't see that. If I don't like what you're doing out of this book, I'm not gonna take this book and then bring it over here to what I'm doing. Nah. No, man, them days is over. The awakening is true. Like I told y'all, there's so many different levels to this. Because, like I said, and I'll show you guys posts of other people saying that they don't do certain things that out of the Bible, and they're conscious. Like I said, conscious people follow the Bible more than you guys do. I was one of them because I was like, I ain't celebrating Christmas. Christmas. It says it in your Bible not to celebrate it. I'm not gonna celebrate it. What the fuck am I doing? If it says not to celebrate Christmas in the Bible, I should be jumping off the roof celebrating that motherfucker every day. I don't like that book. I go against that book. Why am I uplifting and upholding its rule? You should be upholding its rule. But then I had to do my research. I really had to sit down and study and be like, well, okay, I know it comes from the Celtic religion. Where did the Celtic religion get this from? And and I'm hitting a brick wall. I kept hitting a brick wall. I'm like, damn, where did they get this? Where did they get this concept of the tree of life? I mean, I'm sorry, where did they get this concept of the Christmas tree? And then I said, okay, well, I need a break. I need a timeout. So I got back into my comedic studies. And I'm like, tree of life. Oh, okay. So we gave, when there was a new pharaoh, we gave the pharaoh prison. So he got knowledge and power from the tree of life. We gave him a gift. Oh, so that's where they got the tree of life from. So then I started searching. Oh, that's Christmas tree from. Then I started searching the tree of life. Like, who uses it? What was it for? Any celebrations? Two celebrations that they used the tree of life to give presents and give gifts. Oh, so that's where they got Christmas. That's why they stole the little Christmas concept and included it in Christmas. Oh, okay, I got you. Fuck that. Hey y'all, man, put the tree of life up and do your thing. See, you get caught in the saying what their indoctrination is, you have to change it. Put the tree of life up. We're not going. It's not about it. Come on, family. We gotta elevate, man. We gotta elevate. Anyway, let me go. Like I said, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Hey, keep studying, keep learning. Hotel.